Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Unity game development devlog. Today we're continuing on with our testing out of the words that we have made in the past. If you remember, the last time we did some... What did we do? Let's just see. Oh, right. We created a spell that adjusted what our attack animation would be. Anyway. So, in this video... Oh, that's a little weird. As you saw, the spell was going, but it didn't actually drain our magic. So let's start with fixing the magic drain, the mana drain. We're gonna pop into prefabs. And we are looking for UI prefabs, magic, actual words, and what? We have find mana player, mana insert, and mana take. This, as you can see, if we go into 2D mode, should be the same word that we have in our spell over here. Yes, right there. Mana take. Let's pop open the script. Okie dokie. We are looking for something that connects add sub mana to either the base, which is already opened conveniently. We're probably not going to need output. Or directly to our script that's in charge of our mana health. So let's find that script. We have test magic script, which is connected, and we also have player health and stuff. Okay, so if this is all working correctly, the chain should go something like this. We have add and sub mana, which then goes to the base, which then talks to test magic, which then updates the UI and player health and stuff. Kind of convoluted, but this is what you got to do when you have a system that has customizable magic. It requires different stuff. Alright. So add and sub mana. Override void use base.use. So let's see what base.use is. Go to definition, executable pieces. Player equals transform.root, my TMS, test magic script. Okay, so we have access to the test magic script. Component test magic script, if target is not equal to null, other TMS equals the other things test magic script. Okay, so add and sub mana has a direct reference to test magic script. But it's also going to need a reference to base, because base is what determines the cost of the mana, and then add and sub mana is just supposed to do the actual adding and subbing. So maybe this actually is going to go base, add sub mana, then test magic, then player health and stuff. But before we change anything, instead we'll just try changing this right here before we change anything in base or test magic. If you remember a couple episodes ago, we made a script or a line of code in here. Take magic damage right there. So we want add and sub mana to use this void, take magic damage, and yeah. So what we'll go and do is we'll comment out what we have right here, and we'll say my dot TMS and then take magic damage 2, and then we put in mana change. And just for fun, let's do the equivalent for the line below it. Paste a copy of what was above and just sub out my TMS with OT TMS. Okay, and then let's see what we got going on here. If add mana equals false, MF, what is MF? MF is mana finder. Oh, probably has something to do with, oh. Oh. Might have done something a little off here. Okay, so this set right here, we got it backwards. Because this is in charge of giving the player mana if they're like stealing it, where this one is actually in charge of damaging the mana health. So, I believe all we would need to do is check back here really fast, and it says minus damage for affecting the current mana. Okay? So, all we need to do to turn a minus damage into a plus damage is make another minus. So, in add and sub mana, in the top half, we're going to say instead my TMS dot take magic damage to parentheses mana change end parentheses. We are going to say take magic damage to parentheses negative mana change, which should invert it and switch it into a positive. But down here, what have we got going on? Looks like we have a check to do the magic failed thing. So if my TMS.current mana is less than mana change, then magic failed. Okay, that makes sense. But, so then, all we need to do is we switch this to my TMS. Computer already filled it in. My TMS dot take magic damage to parentheses, and then it put in negative mana change, but we just need mana change. Copy that, go to the other one, paste it in, comment out the other one, and replace the my with OT, meaning other. Let's save that. And take it for a test run. So, when we use the spell, we should see our blue magic bar going down. Something isn't set to an instance of an object. Take magic damage 2. Let's see. Let's check something else really fast. This right here should have a bool. Add mana, it's set to false. Okay. That means we should be doing this half only. Alright. Magic failed. Or something isn't set to an instance of an object. Let's take a look-see. Triggers, base, add and sub mana, test magic script. Okay, so the test magic script for some reason didn't get Phas, which I believe it's supposed to do at the very start. Start. Phas equals get component player health and stuff. This is commented. This is like grayed out, so I don't know why it's grayed out. It's set to an instance of an object. That is very strange, because that wasn't a problem just a little bit ago. I guess we weren't calling it, just calling this thing a little bit ago. Okay. Well, let's make sure that the start function is even happening, because it's grayed out, which means something might be stopping it. Debug.log start. Oh, gotta get the quotation marks in there. Start is happening in the, what is this? Test magic script. Let's give it a whirl. Yep, it's happening. Is something stopping it from getting that far down? Strange. Let's make sure that it's not something to do with the damage. Just because Unity might be weird, being weird. Okay. Debug.log. And we're going to say the damage is, then a plus, and and then damage. Dot to string. It's upset. Why is it upset? Plus cannot be applied. Have I just forgotten how to do that? Whatever. Let's just do... Do we need to cast it? Maybe it just doesn't like the damage. Let's try current mana dot to string. What the heck? Oh my goodness. To string needs to have parentheses under behind it. Oh, we need the plus sign again. There. Thought I was going crazy there for a second. Oh, I didn't get out of play mode. Let's clear this. Damage is 7. Okay. What is going on? Baz, take damage. It's public. And take damage is also public. Take magic damage is also public. And it sees it. Very strange. Perhaps I am dealing with some kind of brain fart right now. Let's see if there's something we did different for take stam damage, for example. So, invincibility. I get Faz. It's in the start method, and this is grayed out. There's nothing different. There's this. There's another one right here. And is so strange. Well, I guess we can try oh. that's why. Just have to say Faz. Okay. See, that's why we do these tests, people. Because we find issues. Or I find issues. What the heck? Now it's just not even... Something else broke. Okay. If mf.isSelf perhaps it didn't save right? It's definitely... It's definitely missing something. Okay. I don't know if you just heard, but I was scratching my head very loudly at this problem. Added submana. Let's do a debug yet again. Mana finder dot is self equals true. Debug dot log. Spell is being costed. Now it's started doing that. And for some reason, it's doing this twice. But its cost is still not going. Please don't be a repeat of last time, where I'm just looking around for a single letter that's wrong. Okay. Spell is being costed, so that means this is happening. Take magic damage 2 is happening. So it's right here, int damage, and we say what the damage is, and take magic damage happens. And so take magic damage. Let's debug. Make sure it's actually reaching all the way up to here. So debug dot log. Taking magic damage currently. not save there? Okay. Taking magic damage currently. Okay, so it is taking magic damage. And then it adjusts the slider. Maybe somehow magic is being set too high? And it's like 200 when the slider only goes up to 100, so that when you even subtract 7, you don't see anything because it's still above 100. That's my theory now. Collider change. Let's see what happens with our magic. Let me hit play. Magic isn't public. Okay, let's turn current magic to a public int so that we can actually see what's going on with it. Alright, hit play. It's not subtracting. But for some reason, max health just went down to 30. What the heck? And it's going down by 7. Okay. Somehow, somewhere, it looks like max health is being substituted in for magic. Okay. Time for another goose hunt. I don't see anything that directly references it. Max health. Health minus right there, right in this function that I've been looking at this whole time. Max health minus equals damage. Okay, we do not want that. We want magic. Okay. File, save project. Hit play. And now, beautiful. Look at that. Working perfectly. Let's see what happens when we go down really low. Starts debugging that magic failed. Also, stam regen has got to be a little bit faster. Give me 5. But as you can see, the spell is still working. If it wasn't working, we would just be doing slashes from left to right over and over. The opposite of what I'm doing now. Mirrored version of what I'm doing now. Okay, so let's look around. What have we got going on? So, add and sub mana. As you can see, we only have a debug saying that magic failed. Not enough mana. We don't have anything that actually stops the magical process, I guess. Okay, let's take a look-see at base. When is the add subtract mana script or the executable pieces thing called? In the use function. Use, okay. Add and sub mana. Okay. It's called first, which is perfect. So that means we just need to... Oh. And we may get rid of that at some point. How do we want to make sure that none of this other stuff happens? We could have a bool. My gut is saying bool, or that was my first reaction. So let's go to the top. And we'll say, well, I don't know. We can have a bool here. Another bool here. If... Oh no, we just want a public bool. Public bool. Or... yeah, empty is fine. Well... yeah, we'll keep it as empty. It just returns. That doesn't do anything. We just say bool. Actually, we just say empty. Equals true. Here, we just say else. And we don't really, it's such a small thing that we don't need to have such strict stuff. We just say else. Empty equals false. Just copy that. Paste it in under all of these checks that call the magic failed thing. And the reason why we are doing that is because if we somehow have like an item that refills our magic, then we want to be able to set our empty thing back to true so that our base will continue, doing everything else. Then I believe if we go and we say if a dot empty is equal to true, and we say return, then that will end it. And just if you're wondering, if we say break would stop the for each loop, but return stops the whole function. So we want to use return. Neat. Let's see if it works now. Let's make sure we've saved everything. Hit play. Okay. Everything else is working. Let's go down as far as we can. And let's turn the stamina back up. Okay, it's working. And as you can see, magic down here is staying at 0. It's not going below 0. Neato Dorito. Okay, I think that's going to be it for this video. In the next video, we are going to continue vetting our words.